Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's sobering news. His grade is D. With this guy, it's best to stay away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more likely to talk big than actually go far in his career. While he enjoys sharing his plans and might make them sound very exciting, his real dedication to hard work just isn't strong. You may notice him losing interest or energy when it comes to long hours or tough projects.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's likely to lose his cool and get upset quickly. You may see him snapping, blaming others, or even getting moody for days. It's tough for him to handle failure with patience or a positive spirit.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work often find him hard to get along with. He doesn't show much patience or kindness, and his words can come out sharp or blunt, which hurts others' feelings. While a few might admire his energy or creative touch, many will keep their distance.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he may struggle to be genuinely happy for you. Instead of cheering for your success, he might feel a bit jealous or uncomfortable, especially if he isn't doing as well himself. You may not get the full support or celebration you hope for.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's likely to feel insecure and may even secretly resent it. Instead of seeing your success as something to celebrate together, he might start feeling small or left out. He struggles with comparing himself to others. So, your higher income could easily bruise his ego.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is quite careful with money and doesn't spend without thinking. He likes things in order, so he usually keeps a close eye on his spending and prefers knowing where every rupee goes. This means he'll often stick to a budget and avoid risky financial decisions.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He generally lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He feels uncomfortable with showy displays or fake lifestyles, so he prefers to stick to what he can actually afford. You won't find him throwing big parties or buying things just to impress others.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is more tight and reserved, both with money and with his mindset. It's not easy for him to give freely or show big warmth, whether it's helping someone out or treating loved ones. He also finds it hard to open his heart and be generous with his time or support.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be controlling and private when it comes to money. He prefers handling things his way and may avoid open discussions about finances. You might notice him keeping details to himself or making decisions without sharing much.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to think that housework should be done properly and kept in order, but he may not naturally jump in to share the load. He prefers things neat and tidy, but he expects others, sometimes the woman, to keep things in place. He notices mess easily but expects you to handle it, which can feel unfair and frustrating over time.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to help by supervising, not by actually getting his hands dirty. He wants the house to be clean and things to be in their place. So he may give instructions or point out what needs to be done. He prefers to oversee rather than be a teammate in housework or parenting tasks.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is more likely to argue just to prove he's right rather than trying to understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he gets emotional quickly and focuses on defending himself, sometimes raising his voice or arguing over small details. Even if your points are fair, he has a hard time putting himself in your shoes.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he struggles to stay respectful and can say hurtful things or act aggressive. He has a short fuse and often reacts with sharp words or even shouting, not thinking about how his words affect you. Sometimes he may slam doors, throw things, or use harsh language just to make his point.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry very quickly, often over small things. This quick temper is not a small issue. It is a big warning sign you shouldn't ignore. Over time, living with someone who loses control easily can hurt your peace of mind and even your confidence.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry and take responsibility for his actions. When things go wrong, he's quick to shift the blame onto you or someone else instead of owning up to his mistakes. Over time, always being blamed and rarely hearing a genuine apology can wear you down.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He's likely to struggle with respecting your boundaries, especially if they go against what he wants in the moment. When you say no, he may become frustrated or try to push you to change your mind, rather than stepping back and truly listening to your feelings. Sometimes he can act impatient or even say things to make you doubt your decision.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings, he may act upset, make you feel guilty, or ask sharp questions about why you're not interested. This kind of reaction can turn normal ups and downs into stressful situations.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you may need to be careful about trusting that your private moments will stay safe. When angry or upset, he can use personal things you shared or experienced together to make you feel small or even embarrass you later. If he feels hurt or wants to win an argument, he may bring up these moments in a harsh or careless way.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and may struggle to stay faithful in a committed relationship. His excitement and interest in new experiences can pull his attention away from you, and he may not think deeply about how his actions affect you. If you are hoping for loyalty and steady commitment, you may often find yourself feeling insecure or worried.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be overpossessive, acting jealous, and sometimes controlling in the relationship. He may want to know where you are, who you're with, and can get upset if you talk to other men or spend time away from him. This controlling side isn't about love, it's about fear and wanting to feel powerful.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, what might look like a protective nature is really a sign of being controlling. Instead of caring for your safety in a loving way, he uses protection as an excuse to set strict rules, question your choices, or limit your freedom. He wants things done his way and feels threatened if you act independently.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He has strong ideas about how things should be run at home, but instead of joining in, he prefers to supervise or give instructions from the side. If things go wrong, he may criticize rather than step in and help.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper quickly. Instead of staying calm and helping them through their feelings, he may react with anger, raise his voice, or use harsh words. If you want a calm and understanding parent for your kids, his quick temper may bring more stress to the family.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support you as both a mother and your own person. While he expects you to handle household and parenting duties, he may not appreciate your need for personal space, hobbies, or career ambitions. If you want to grow outside your role as a mother, he may react with impatience, criticism, or even resentment.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who may seem supportive of your career at first, but later expect you to quit once you have a child. His main focus is on keeping the home in order and his own needs met, so he might encourage your work life, only up to a point. After children arrive, he could change his tune and start expecting you to put your job aside for household and parenting duties, justifying it as best for the family. If you have personal ambitions or want to keep working after motherhood, be careful. His support now may not last when things change.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. He'll do what's expected, like greeting them or offering basic respect, but genuine affection and deep interest probably won't be there. He believes in keeping things proper, but isn't naturally open hearted or emotionally generous to in laws. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than make real efforts to fit in with them.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. When faced with such situations, he tends to lose his temper quickly or react with sharp words, increasing the tension. This can make you feel caught in the middle, trying to keep peace between him and your family on your own.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely the kind of man who may act modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to be a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. When it comes to family gatherings or community events, he might suddenly want you to dress conservatively, follow old customs, and behave the way elders expect, no matter what he's okay with at home. If you want consistency and freedom to be yourself everywhere, you may feel restricted and frustrated by this double standard.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even quietly side with his family rather than support you openly. He avoids stepping into uncomfortable family matters, often leaving you to handle the stress alone. This can make you feel isolated, like you're the outsider who always has to give in to keep the peace.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
Yes, he is likely to be a mummy's boy, putting his mother's wishes and comfort above yours, especially during conflicts. When there's disagreement between you and his mother, he will rarely take your side or speak up for you. His emotional attachment and loyalty to his mother are strong, and your needs may come second.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's the kind of man who may share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Instead of keeping your relationship matters just between the two of you, he runs to his family for advice, support, or even sympathy. When private problems become family gossip, it's hard to solve issues as a couple.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, based on all we know, this guy scores a D. I think it's just best to stay away. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out often feels tiring and heavy. You may find yourself constantly trying to keep up with his strict standards at home, handling most of the chores, and not getting much help or warmth from him.